Hello dear friends, this is lesson 3 of CEH course, continuing Linux operator part 3. And we will talk about these commands. But before start these items, I will talk about two commands that I forgot in previous video. That was locate and find command. Well, let me go to kalilinux. This is the first command is find. Find is one of the most popular command in Linux for searching any items, to find to find files or folders based on name or extension and combination of that, or with many options. Well, find -- help will help you about the options that you can use in that command. Well, and another item for getting help, which I described later for you, that is man or manual command. Man find. The man contains more complete items, more complete description. Well, and I type Q to quit. Start the find command. Find, for example, find for me in /path-name. Find for me each file or folder with each name and with any name or any extension that is empty. Just find new file 1.txt. Another item for find is find a special file. For example, find in /etc that name is nfs.conf. It will find. And another item is, for example, find directory type. Find directory type that name is Samba. It will find any items that has name Samba, but in condition that will be directory. And another command -f for file type, for type of file. For example, this. And these results points to files that has name of Samba. And another item for command of find will be, for example, txt empty files. And I can define command is very complete. If you remember, I said I will just teach and learn just operate in level of operating Linux, not complete Linux. Really, I want and I will teach complete course of Linux, but in this course just we want to learn Linux command that we need for operating that, not more, because I don't want this course too long. And this is and in this course our main purpose and main target is CEH and certified ethical hacker contents. Well, for example, I can find in /path any files permission 755. This is the item that points to permission of Linux in Windows. In Windows, it is not such that. For example, in Windows, when I right click on the folder and take properties. I will have the tab that's named security. The security contains two items, two window. The above is for group or username that has the permission, and the second and the bottom is another window is type of permission we have. For example, I can edit this list and add advanced. Find now. I will get the list of users and groups that I have in my computer. For example, I think I have Kali. Yes, Kali username. I select the Kali. It will be added here, and then under the allow column or deny column, I will select I want to allow or I don't want. I want don't allow any items. It's up to me what I want. For example, I want Kali user. I took the properties from that folder, Kali folder, I think, and I want, for example, the kalilinux. I select Kali, and I want it should be has modify, read and execute, list folder contents, read. I will learn you all of permission and all of security items in operating system of Windows in separate course, in separate Microsoft networking course. But in this time I will compare type of setting permission in Windows and Linux. Well, I select the modify, apply, OK, and in this folder the user of Kali will have modify access. Well, but in Linux, the permission will assign based on some code, based on some numbers that I will teach you, and I will describe that here. What about this? For example, let me finish this command. Find in /path space -perm or permission 755. It will show all items that have 755 permission. And what about, I hit Control C, but what about the 755? Well, what about the permission like this I typed in Linux? Sorry, notepad. In Linux, you can select the permission like this. You have 3 item permission in Linux: read, write, and execute. Read file or folder, write file or folder, and execution. These retries 3 items, and some of them it will 9 items. Well, like this. See here, for example, sorry, ls-la read, write, execute, read, write or execute, and this is 9 items. 1, 2, 3. 1 is empty here, 1 here, and here 1 is empty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What's this? If this contains D, it means directory, and it contains not any item such as this, it means that file. Look at here, this is file. Look at here, this is directory. The file don't have any D word, but any D letter, but the document has D letter. Okay, come back to the notepad. Read, write, execute. Read has a code 4. Write has a code 2, and execute has a code 1. again 4 2 1 and 4 2 1. If you want, set the permission how you can do that. Okay, let me, well, sorry for don't create a slide for this training. Sorry, I forgot it because my focus is certified ethical hacker, not on Linux complete items. Well, read, write, these three items, look at here, these first three items from the left. From the left, these three items is the permission of the current user. The current user which we logged in this item you can see is root user, logged in. The second, third items is the group has this user logged in that. This user, current user, and the second, third items, the group has the current user plugged in that, and the other three items and the third three items is others, other users. So look at again 421 421. For example, if I want full control of the current user, 4 plus 2 plus 1 is 7. Well, 7. If I want to read and execute for group of this user belongs to that is 4 plus 1 will be 5. And for other items, just read. It will be 4. So the sum of them will be 7, 5, 4. If I want give full access to all of users, 777. If I want to give full control for current user, full control for group, and just read and execute for other groups and users, 775. Well, it is that, just that. This is the setting permission for files and folders in Linux. And how I can select and set the permission with chmod 77, for example, 5 test2. Well, ls-la test2 was read write x, read and execute, now is read write x, read write execute, and read and execute. Simply, very simple. You did learn setting permission in Linux OS. Okay, inside of learning find, we did some about permissions. Okay, let's go to locate command. Locate, for example, locate file, locate any items that has txt and contains 10 items. For example, txt. Locate in slash space, or for example, locate, I use the command -i locate -help. For example, -c count the number of matches instead of the match. For example, -c 0 items match with 0.txt. Locate in /path, not any items. Locate, I recommend you locate for searching fastly items or quickly items. Locate search very quick, but less complete than and has less items, less options than the find command. For example, I can search locate /etc locate /etc search dash name any items with for example conf extension. Samba. I did locate in, for example, this one. Locate past WD. I did search, locate past WD, and let me any items that contains past WD, PASSWD in any items. Maybe it just be exact past WD, or the letter of past WD is part of the long name, such as this one. The find is very complete and very powerful than the locate, but locate is very simple and very fast. Well, and let me go to the another command, kill, finger, user add, and so on. Kill. Let me start the Windows Server 2019. I think the my kalilinux is if config the command for show the network settings, the network interface card in Linux, commonly known as ETH0, but it depends on the operating system, depends on the type of Linux or distribution of Linux. For example, in Ubuntu, you will see ENS33. The network interface card shown as ENS33 in Ubuntu, but in Kali Linux, it's shown as Ethernet 0, ETH0, and now my Linux computer, my Linux OS has this IP address 30111, and this is the server. Let me check this IP config 3112 ping 3111. Well, let me check from the Kali Linux, ping it, ping 3111 112, sorry. Okay, it's continue pinging. I'm going to another tab, ps-aux. You can see my ping here. My ping continues in the previous tab, and when I performed the ping 3112 in there, it shows here. It's shown here that the user root with process ID of this runs this command. Well, I copy this one and use kill. Kill is the switch, is the command or Linux switch for killing and ending of each process. Kill -9, the process number of 179T90. Okay, sudo needed. Sorry, sudo, because I'm not in root user. Kali is Kali. Look at here, killed. Okay, with kill user, you can kill any process It will be useful when you when you hack the system and got the access from the target system, and you want kill any process, for example, antivirus process and any other process, or any security process, or the other process maybe you want killed, so the command kill will help you. But the next command is finger. What is finger? The finger command provides detailed user information, such as, for example, terminal name, real name, login name, right status, login time, idle time, office location, etc. Well, for example, finger Kali. Login name is Kali, real name is Kali, directory, home directory, whatstat, the shell, and the timestamps, and no mail, no plan, or any other ones. Another command is user add, user del, group add, or group del for creating user. User add Gina 2. Enter cat /etc/passwd will show you the usernames. Its name likely, and it's really near to password, but it's fake. The password file, the passwd file in Linux will show you just username. Kelly and Share and Gina 2. That's I created this time. Well, and how we can see password in Linux? Password cat /etc/shadow will show you the password. For example, Kelly and Share has password that's encrypted, that's saved in kalilinux as encrypted, but Gina, you can see it has no any password. How I can set the password? Another items that I remembered now, that is in Linux operating system, you cannot log in with any username that don't has or doesn't have any password. Have password for each user is mandatory, is really mandatory for login. Keep in mind. So I cannot log in, for example, in this time with Gina 2 user, because it doesn't have any password. Well, I want to assign the password for user Gina 2. For example, with command passwd Gina 2, enter, ask me new password 123, for example. Again, retype 123 and complete. If I check the /etc/shadow, we will see that as password encrypted, that we can see that. Well, user del Gina 2, it will delete the user Gina 2. Cat /etc/passwd, sorry, the Gina 2 is not here. And group del, group add grp1, for example. We have now grp1, and another item is group del for grp2, group del grp1, because I deleted that. Well, and another items, gedit, we talked about nano, but gedit is one of the famous file editor the graphical file editor, but in the last version of kalilinux, gedit is not present. It's removed. Text editor, this one. You can edit any file maybe you want with graphical file editor. In this you can write blah 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 and save in any, for example, in any path maybe you want. New file 1 ls slash desktop slash home slash kali slash desktop slash share. New file 1 is here. Another command is df, that shows a space on a file system, space available, df. This is our main hard disk, and how much that is used, and another items. The other item on chmod, I did describe about that. Another command is usermod. Usermod is used to change the properties of a user in Linux through the command line. For example, after creating a user, we have to sometimes change their attributes like password or login, directory, etc. After the creating of user, we can change with this command. Well, usermod -- help will show us many items. For example, I want, for example, add a comment for user. I can usermod -c was for comment, I think. Yes, -c double quotation. This is mandatory, or this is, for example, fake user. Double quotation is closed, and what's the user? We will assign this comment to that Kelly. Well, item is ifconfig. Let me talk more about ifconfig. If you use ifconfig alone, it will show you the IP address, subnet mask, broadcast, the MAC address of this subnet mask, layer 2 address, and so on. This is the loopback address, is the Ethernet 0. If you want to set IP address manually, you can use this. If config ETH0, the number of network interface card that will you will assign IP address, and the new address 30.11.10, for example, and net mask and subnet mask you should type, and then it is not mandatory, it's optional, but you can, but I recommend you use you put the command up for up any items when you setting IP address manually. Maybe it was down, and with this command it will be up. If config 30.11.10. If another command is netstat. Netstat will show us the network sessions. For example, let me my ping was again 31.1.2. Destination host unreachable from this 31.1.1. Oh, sorry, I changed this network type into NAT. I should put it in the same network with destination. And what is my IP address again? 31.110, and ping that again. Yes, that's good. Well, what's the command is netstat. Netstat command will show all sessions. Many of sessions is local, and it will show the path that is related to that session. Is wget for download via command line. I can download with wget. If you have any download link, you can download in command line by wget, and for example https www.123.com/file name, for example, and enter. Because I don't have internet connection now in kalilinux, it is on local network and don't be NAT, so I cannot download now. You can use and test it. Dig, it is a DNS lookup. DNS lookup is really need to be NAT. If you use dig command, you can get IP address based on your name. For example, dig space www, such as this one. You can use dig www.google.com. It will give you the IP address of google.com or any other website that you used. Another item is configure the IP address in network interface card file permanently. When you configure IP address from the command line, for example, with this command sudo ifconfig eth0 31.110 netmask this and up, when you hit enter, the IP address is okay, but it will be remain until you restart your computer. When you restart, because the configuration is raised in memory in your computer's RAM, and after restart the RAM will be cleared, your IP address will be lost. Okay, if you want remain your IP address permanently, you can configure its configuration files in the Linux. Sudo nano /etc/network/interfaces. Well, this is the configuration files of network interface. For example, I want to configure permanently IP address. I can set auto ETH0. This means and will ETH0 up when the operating system starts, and then I can iFace. If I can, my computer gets IP address from DHCP automatically. I can set this command inet ETH0, for example, DHCP ETH0 DHCP. It will IP address automatically. But when I want to IP address to set IP address static, inet iFace iFace ETH0 DHCP. Well, if I set IP address automatically statically, iFace ETH0, then inet static, and after that I hit tab command, tab button, and address 31.1, for example 10, and with subnet mask /24, and for example gateway. I will describe completely gateway for you. in if you don't any information about that, in CCNA command you can see my CCNA course, complete course, in my YouTube channel, gateway 31, for example 1100, and so on. This if I press Ctrl O for save, enter, and Ctrl X and restart my computer and OS, or restart my networking services, my IP address will be setting manually in that item, or permanently and permanently. Another item is for setting another command is resolve.conf for setting up DNS configures permanently and manually. You can use sudo nano slash this slash etc slash resolve.conf, and you can set DNS address, for example 31.1.100, for example, and Control O for save, Control X for exit, and cat slash etc slash resolve.conf. This address will be used for or as DNS server of this computer. And another item for route, for setting default gateway or routing, sudo route add default GW, for example 31.1.20. This command will setting up the default gateway for your computer, for your kalilinux or for your Linux operating systems. Sudo route will show you the routing table. You have this IP address as default gateway. Okay, dear friends, this was another video for commands and commands in operating system Linux, and I hope that was useful and grateful for you. We will continue in the next video. Have a nice time and see you in the next video.